Okay, so I will give an example of what I mean, right, what this Pepsi model does for us, and what I mean when I say that we are looking at finding ways and means to develop solutions of this kind and get paid for it. Remember, that's our essential idea. Now, there was a famous medical school that was sponsoring a research project in India, and since, as I said, we are a very eclectic group, so we immediately identified the people who were doing this research and brought them over to know what they were doing. So they gave a talk, they spent a day with us, explaining to us how they were carrying out their research. And then we found that what they were studying, the objective of their study, right, was an ailment that many children face throughout the world, but it affected only 0.2% of our children in India. Nothing wrong with that. Long ago, when I first came to Sweden, I saw that dried flowers was a big deal. Right? For somebody coming from India, the whole concept of dried flowers sounds very strange, right, when you can get fresh flowers. But after having come here, I realized that yes, dried flowers, there is a scope for dried flowers, and indeed, it doesn't matter whether we like dried flowers or not. Similarly, in research, and India was exporting a lot of dried flowers and making a lot of money. Similarly, when somebody comes and does research in India, it really doesn't matter whether it is helpful for us or not. So that's not the issue that I'm raising over here. The issue that I'm raising over here is who are the people who are involved. They were some of our best brains, right, in the best medical schools and the best medical research centers. So we started looking into the sort of research that our institutes do. And we found that there was no match with where the money was going, where the resources were going, and what the epidemiology of the country needed. Right? So none of the research activities were being channeled to issues that were of that were of prior concern to the Indian population. Right? And that is what we want to affect. Now, you can't tell researchers, no, you must be good, you must do something that is good for the people you or the community you're living in, right? What we think that has to be done is that these researchers, who are extremely difficult to control, I can assure you of that, right? These researchers have to be incentivized to do what is the best thing for the community, right? We cannot demand that activity or that response. We have to induce them towards that response. And that is what we are going to discuss, I hope, in this forum. In other words, is there a business model behind research? Right? It may sound very crass to put it that way, but let us not be ideological. Let us get to the heart of the problem and ask the question directly, is there a business